Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This video is going to be an Empties video for the month of September 2018, and this is arguably one of my biggest Empties videos I've ever done. Everything ran out at once this month. Like always, I'll have everything laid out and we'll sort through into categories together, so let's just get started with that. So for makeup, I have the Besame Brightening Violet Powder. It's the translucent version, but it did have a light violet kind of hue to it. And it was a really nice, fine, loose powder. I used it to set my under eyes, and I really liked it for that. Something about that purple hue just worked really well with my skin tone. I have this mini and then two minis of their rose and vanilla versions of this powder. The vanilla one I tried, it had more of like a yellow hue to it, and I did not like how it looked under my eyes. Something about that yellow just really clashed with my skin tone. The purple, it did a really great job at not darkening the concealer under my eyes. It didn't add like a weird purple cast. I really enjoyed this, and I would definitely buy a full size of this sometime in the future once I've worked through some of the other powders in my collection. This was really nice. I was very pleasantly surprised by this. This one isn't technically makeup, but it's the Dr. Bronner's Naked Organic Lip Balm. This was like $3. I think I got it from Target, and I did end up digging out everything in there. It's unscented, it doesn't have any taste or smell to it. It's a very good run-of-the-mill basic lip balm for every day. I think it's petrolatum free, if I'm not mistaken. I love the Dr. Bronner's soaps. I use those to clean my makeup brushes and my sponges. It's just a good brand that I really love supporting, so I will definitely purchase another one of these. For skincare, I have the NYX Stripped Off Micellar Water. I don't know if this counts as skincare or as makeup removal, but I really love these. It's like $7 or $8 for a big 13-ounce bottle. I have already purchased another one to take its place. Just a great run-of-the-mill micellar water for removing makeup. Lately, I've been using this just for my eyes and then trying to use a cleansing oil or something like that to remove my face makeup, and I really like it for that, and I have already purchased a replacement. It's that good. I have two little masks here. These are both from Origins. They came in a little holiday set a couple years ago. This is the Retexturizing mask with rose clay, and this one is the Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. This one was a light pink mask, kind of like a clay mask. It had little beads in it as well. You kind of let it sit on your face, it would dry up and get a little bit hard, and then as you rinsed it off, you could rub in and kind of do some physical exfoliation with the beads. I think it was a nice mask. I don't think it was groundbreaking. My favorite mask of all time is the Andalou Naturals Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. That one is one of the few masks that I've ever worn that has given me tangible results, and I just really enjoy it. It doesn't have a physical exfoliant in it, it's only a chemical exfoliant. This was just alright, definitely not something I would repurchase the full size of, and the same with the Drink Up Intensive as well. This was a really creamy and moisturizing product, and it was really nice. I didn't like using it as an overnight mask the way that they say you can do that, just because I don't like my face to be super sticky when I go to sleep at night. The only thing I really didn't enjoy about it was very heavily scented. I would use this mask whenever my skin was feeling more dry, or I just wanted to do a little something to kind of just give it some more moisture. I would really like this. I like the texture of it a lot more if it wasn't so heavily scented. It does smell nice, but it's very, very strong, and I just don't feel like that's good for my skin to put that heavily fragranced of a product on my skin, especially when it is more dry and I'm just trying to nourish it. You guys know I love my Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate. That is the next thing in my skincare empties. This one I would not buy a full size of at all, but I've already repurchased the Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate. This is just amazing. I've used up probably 3 or 4 tubes of this by now. I get them from Dermstore's website, but I think you can also get these at Target, and I just really love it so much. I cannot sing higher praises for this face moisturizer. I use it sometimes as a night cream. I'll use it very lightly during the day. I used it on all 4 of my clients for that wedding party that I did makeup for, and it worked great on all of them. Some of them had drier skin types, some of them had more normal or oily skin types, some of them had more mature skin. It worked on all 4 of them beautifully, including myself, so 5 of us, and it worked in the middle of August for a wedding, and I still trusted to use it on them. It's just that good. I will always have one of these in my skincare routine at all times, and I already have a backup. This crinkly looking thing is from Julep. It's their Konjac sponge. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if it's a necessity in my skincare routine, but what I ended up using this for the most was whenever I had a face mask on and it was either a gel or some kind of texture that didn't just rinse off really well with warm water. I kind of used this wet to kind of just go in and make sure it all came off of my skin. It also provides really great gentle physical exfoliation if that's what you're looking for. It's not harsh, it gets very soft when it's wet, and it just kind of started falling apart, and that was kind of my cue to just throw it away. I'm sad to see it go, and I will probably repurchase another one of these. I just think they're really nice. The very last one was a gift from my good friend Hannah, and it's from the Trader Joe's brand. It's their Rich Hydrating Face Mask. She saw it in the store and she just picked it up because she wanted me to try it. Thanks, Hannah. I did really like it. It was nice. It's a 100% cotton sheet mask, and it's with natural cucumber fragrance, and it did smell slightly of cucumbers. You're supposed to leave it on for 20 minutes, which is what I did. It wasn't so slippery that I couldn't get up and walk somewhere if I wanted to, but I think I just kind of laid down and wore it, and it was really nice. My skin definitely felt very hydrated and plump afterwards, and I've tried maybe 2 or 3 other face masks, and they were just okay. I think this one is the best one out of all of them. I'll have to find out how much these cost. If they're like under $5, then maybe I will keep a couple around. Sometimes my skin does get very dry in the winter time, so I think it would be nice to have something like this in my skincare arsenal whenever winter time comes. I have 2 body products. This is the Schmidt's Charcoal and Magnesium Deodorant. The only reason I'm putting this in here is because I don't know if I've put one of these in here before. This is kind of my regular deodorant that I've been using as of late. It is gray, which isn't ideal, but I still really like it. It's definitely something that works really well, even though it is a more natural deodorant. Definitely something I stand behind. I'm using the rose and vanilla one right now, and I'm enjoying it, and I just think Schmidt's is the way to go for me personally. I don't like the lime and bergamot one just because I don't like the scent, but I do think the formula is really nice. Yeah, the charcoal one doesn't really smell like anything in particular, it just has a clean scent, and I really like it, and I already have another one of these to replace it. I think it's good. The last body product is from Sol de Janeiro. It's the Brazilian Crush Fragrance Mist. It's a bit of a spoiler for those of you who watch my Project Pan updates. I really like how this smells. I really enjoyed using it, but I kind of don't want to buy fragrance mists anymore. I think that not that they're a waste of money, but just that they don't last very long, and there's something you have to put a lot on, and you have to put it on multiple times a day in order to keep the scent. So I feel like I'd go through these really quickly if I were to use them as often as I would want them to keep that scent up. So I just feel like it becomes more expensive because you have to reapply it and put on a lot each time. So I'm kind of erring away from body mists and trying to just more invest in nice perfumes that will last all day with just a few spritzes. It was a beautiful scent. The scent kind of just brings me back, very summery and nice, and I did enjoy using it, but probably something I won't repurchase. Alright, I have quite a few hair care items, which is kind of not common for me. I don't use a ton of hair products, but I do have 3 more miscellaneous products that I wanted to talk about first. The first one is the e.l.f. blotting paper compartment. It's this little box, and then on the inside you have a mirror, and then you have a little like blotting poof thing, and then you have a bunch of sheets that kind of sit in here, and it's for blotting papers. So it has a sticker on this side, and you just kind of like click on it, and like one blotting sheet sticks to the pad, and then you use it to kind of pad away the oils that are on your face. I love that it has this and that it has a little mirror on the inside. I will most likely keep this little compartment and just put like cheaper e.l.f. blotting papers in here to replace it. I think the compact with the papers in it is like $5, but then they sell individual packets of blotting sheets for like $1. I think you get like 100 for $1 or something like that. And so I do have one of those. I'll probably just put that back in here and then keep this in my backpack just for touch-ups throughout the day. I think it's a really nice system, having the mirror and having this little pad here. Do keep in mind though that the sticker on the pad does eventually stop being sticky, so I don't know how useful it is after the first like 20 sheets or so, but I still think it's worth trying. And if you have to add a couple more dollars to your next e.l.f. order to get free shipping, I definitely recommend picking one of these up because it's pretty handy. Another one I have here is the Trader Joe's Vitamin D3 Dietary Supplements. I'm not saying you need to take vitamin D, kind of just a little heads up that Trader Joe's does have a vitamin line, which I didn't know. The very last miscellaneous product is from Lush. It's actually the only Lush product I've ever purchased, and it's the Miles of Smiles Toothy Tabs. And these are little white tabs. that you kind of crunch in your mouth and they kind of foam up and turn into toothpaste, and then you use that to brush with. It's great for traveling. It's also great if you don't like how minty toothpastes are. I know some people, it dries out their lips, or some people even have like weird reactions to just regular minty toothpaste. This one is still minty enough to not be gross, but it's not super minty. I kind of like that because then when I brush my teeth in the morning, I can take a sip of juice or something and it's not going to taste horrible like it does with most toothpaste that I've used in the past. It was just a fun thing. I went to my first Lush store when I was in Miami back in May or June of this year. So I thought I would just try the Toothy Tabs because I heard a lot of good things about them and I was curious in the first place. And I really enjoyed these. They were fun. I don't know if there are any Lush stores around me, but if I can find one or if I can figure out a way to get free shipping from Lush's website, I will definitely purchase another one of these. I think they were really nice. So I have two conditioners. The first one is from the Body Shop. It's just a little travel size of their Rainforest Shine Conditioner. This smells heavenly. It smells like I went to a salon and they gave me a rainforest scented product. Like, it smells super fancy and good. That being said, I don't think that this was the most moisturizing thing. It was kind of a disappointment. I was expecting it to be a lot more moisturizing and it really wasn't. So definitely something I wouldn't repurchase the full size of. This was just like a little $1 sampler bottle from the Body Shop website, and I'm glad I just got a little sample of it because it really wasn't that great. The next conditioner is from Tigi. It's the Bedhead Urban Antidotes. I got this and two others from an Ulta holiday sale a long time ago. They were on super discount, and then I think I used my points and I think I just got them for free. This is the level 1, damage level 1. I also have 2 and 3. I used up 2 already, I believe, and now this one, and I think I have 3 left in my shower, and this really doesn't do anything. The 3 conditioners smell really good. Unfortunately, I've tried all 3 conditioners at this point. None of them are moisturizing enough for my hair. I really don't feel like they make a big difference. I don't think these are worth the money. If you see these on sale during the holidays on Ulta's website again, I wouldn't recommend picking them up. I don't even think they're worth like $10 that they are. Yeah, a little bit disappointing. Another product I did not like using was the SheaMoisture Color Cream hair dye. This is the medium blonde version. It came with a little hair mask. The hair mask was really nice. It was the Mongogo and Hemp Seed Oils High Porosity Moisture Correct Treatment Mask with baobab protein and apple cider vinegar. This was amazing. I don't know if this is necessarily targeted towards my hair type, but I do think it was amazing. It made my hair so soft. It smelled really nice. I might check out to see if they make a full size of this because I might pick it up. I think it was really nice. The dye, however, was not great. I didn't like it at all. First of all, when I put this in my hair, it turned dark brown. The product turned dark brown and it scared me. I was like, what did I just do to my hair? Did I pick the wrong color? What happened? I'll insert a photo if I have it. I'm pretty sure I have a snap that I sent to my boyfriend James because I kind of panicked a little bit when it was in my hair. Luckily, when it came out, it was fine. It wasn't brown, but even so, it didn't lighten my roots enough to match the rest of my hair. Like, you could still definitely see a line of demarcation where my roots had grown in. So even though I left it on for the amount of time that they told me to, it still didn't fully lift my hair color enough. And so that was kind of disappointing. This is a $15 hair dye and it didn't even lift my roots the way I wanted them to. And the last thing about it that was kind of disappointing was the actual bottle was very hard. It wasn't squeezable. Like, obviously it's a squeezable bottle. You're trying to squeeze it into your hair to cover your roots. And so it took a lot of strength to squeeze product out, and it got to a point where I just took off the lid and just squirted like all the product in my hands and just put it in my roots myself because it was taking forever just to cover like little bits of my hair. It turned out okay. It's very warm. It's a very golden yellow. Obviously that's what it looks like on the box and that's what you get. So it kind of turned out a little bit reddish on me. That might be because I do go for more red colors, so I do have like red dye in my hair already. Or if that's just how my hair naturally pulls, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's different for everybody, but for me it came out very yellow and with kind of like an orangey tint to it, which I don't mind because that's kind of what I go for anyway. But just keep in mind, if that's what you're going for, don't try this. Yeah, this is not something I would repurchase. Alright, I have a shampoo. This is the Yes to Scalp Relief Tea Tree and Sage Oil, And I picked this up when I was in Charleston. We ended up staying down there for a little bit longer than I thought, so I ran out of all the shampoos I had brought. And so I grabbed this at Target because it was cheap, and I do like the Yes To line in general, so I thought I would just grab this. This is a very clarifying shampoo. If you're looking for a cruelty-free, affordable shampoo that's really going to clarify your scalp, this is a great place to start because it definitely does that. Not really something I go for on a regular basis, especially since I add color to my hair now. I don't want it to fade as quickly, so I'm trying to use more color safe products, and clarifying shampoo obviously will take the dye out of your hair. So not something I would repurchase. It was okay for the time that I used it. It did smell really good. It smells like tea tree oil, but it's too clarifying for what I want in my shampoos. And lastly, I have two dry shampoo products. The first one is the Unwash Dry Cleanser. This has the same scent as the BioWash Cleansing Conditioner from this brand, which I'm a really big fan of. I do like the scent a lot, but you have to be careful. It can be a bit overpowering, so don't put too much in. It definitely smells nice and fresh and clean. I really enjoyed using it. This is something that worked really well for like second and third day hair. My hair, I can't really go for plus days without washing it. This was kind of a way to extend me just 1 or 2 days, and not really something that's going to keep my hair fresh looking for like a week and a half. Most dry shampoos don't really do that for me. If it wasn't like $20-something, I would repurchase it, but I have other more affordable dry shampoos that I like, so I probably won't repurchase. One product I would repurchase, and I already have repurchased, is the Cake Beauty All Powderful Powder. This is for platinum to light hair shades. They have, I think, 2 other shades in this product line, so that if you have darker hair, you can find something that'll help match your hair color. And I love it. It says velvety soft on the bottle, and they're right, it's a very velvety, finely milled powder. Definitely not something that's going to add a bunch of texture to your hair. It's not a texturizing dry shampoo powder. It's just a very fine powder that when I put it in my roots, it soaks up the oil without giving me like a weird matte look to my roots. It smells slightly of cake, but it goes away pretty quickly, so it's not something that is like carried with you throughout the day, which I kind of like. It's something that still allows me to run my fingers through my hair throughout the day. I'm having trouble finding it more easily because it used to be on Ulta's website and it's not there anymore. So I think when I do order more, I'll just have to pick up more from the Cake Beauty website. But I was recently in Toronto, and Cake Beauty is a Canadian brand, so I found these for a pretty good price at the Shoppers Drug Mart that they had in Toronto. So I picked up 2 more of these because they were a really good price. I tried maybe 5 or 6 other dry shampoo powders out there, and none of them were really that great. This one is amazing. It's definitely my favorite out of all the ones that I've tried, and I recommend giving it a shot if you have easier access to Cake Beauty. And that is everything I have used up this month. It was definitely a longer video than my other Empties videos. I hope that's okay. Do you guys like short to the point videos, or do you like them to be longer? Because I've been experimenting with doing longer videos for the past month or so, and I don't know how I feel about it, so I'd love to hear what you guys think. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!